Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and it is time for another challenge over at the Jaded Blossom blog. This is Anything Goes. Hey, so I am using Jaded Blossom's fall dies along with our card mat dies, our Thankful Acorn with outline die, the Stitch Circle dies, and Glasses dies, and our Circle Internal Scallop dies. And I'm also using Sweater Weather from Lawn Fawn. So this is me doing some fast coloring. The Copic markers will be listed, but I used E70, 71, 74, 77, 79. And I always start with the paper and then work my way back, choosing the colors of my markers, etc. That's how I kind of work. There we go. So that's just me doing some fast coloring, nothing crazy. So first of all, I cut out that plaid paper from that Lawn Fawn pad with our card mat dies. And then that purpley colored paper, or I don't know, pinky purpley colored paper, is cut out 1/8 of an inch larger, which means that it's 1/8 of an inch smaller than an A2 size card base. I'm actually using Simon Says Stamps A2 top fold scored cards. So, that makes life easy. So I'm going to stick that down with my ATG tape onto the front of my card base. So easy peasy stuff. So we always have, a challenge every month. It's always the first Sunday of each month, and you have to have your project linked up before the next one goes live. The next one will have to be linked up before Saturday, October 1st. So easy stuff. So now I'm adding a 1-inch strip of paper to the inside, and then I'm using this little strip of this kind of, I don't know what the color is. It's kind of like a rougey, pinky purpley color. Anyways, I'm going to add a little piece of that was left over, like 1/2 inch. And I'm just decorating the inside, so nothing special. And these papers both came from that Sweater Weather pad from Lawn Fawn. There we go, and I'll cut off the overhang with a pair of scissors. There we are. So easy stuff. Working on my Stampin' Up! Pad as per usual. That's an adhesive eraser. And now I went ahead and I cut out various sleeves from those fall dies in colors from that, or paper from that pad. So what I did is I saved 2 for the inside. So I'm going to add 2 of them, just with some art glitter glue. There we go. And I just think it adds a little something to the inside of my card. There we are. So, easy stuff. There we are. So I went ahead and I cut out a 3.5 inch stitch circle die from Jaded Blossom. And then I'm adding on that same size of the Circle Internal Scallop dies. I'm cut it out 3 times. So 2 times in just some white scrap paper, and then once in my colored layer for the top. So this is really easy stuff, and I'm just lining stuff up using my art glitter glue as per usual, weighting it down in between with an acrylic block. There we go. And then I will add my last or my top layer on with that nice purpley color, purpley violet, whatever it is, darky pink. I don't know. It's almost like a dark dusty rose, to be honest. But anyway, so paper from that same pad, and I'm just going to make sure it's all lined up, and I will use an acrylic block. I also cut out the sentiment from that Acorn, what's it called? The Thankful Acorn. I cut out the sentiment that was stamped in Ink on 3's blackout ink along with the image, and I cut out 2 other layers, so it'll be 3 layers thick. And I'm going to do the same with the leaves. So the leaves are from the fall dies, and I'm just adding, some dimension. And then that way, it just adds a little something, I think. Well, actually, I only did 2 layers for the leaves, but you know what I mean. I'm just trying to add a little bit of dimension using cardstock behind, and that's probably leftover Nina Solar White 80 pound, which is the white cardstock that I used to stamp the Acorn on and the sentiments. So there we go, and I'm going to layer this up. I did have one cut out in Nina Desert Storm. I was thinking of using that first, but I, changed my mind before I colored it, and I decided to go with the, on the white 80 pound Nina Solar White cardstock. So there we go, and I'm just stacking them all up, and it just gives it a little bit more presence, right? And that's what I was going for. I also added a Secure White Jelly Roll pen in a number 10, just a few little highlights to that. And there we go. So now I'm going to create my card. So I'm going to first stick down my little circle layer, trying to get it kind of towards the bottom of the card. I'll weight that down. Then I'm going to stick down my Acorn with that art glitter glue again. So I'm just going to have it sort of tilted. There we go, and I'll weight that down. Now I did go ahead and I cut out 3 pairs of Paper Tray Ink black cardstock glasses. That's the largest size glasses, and I layered them together, and then I'm going to pop those on my Acorn. There we go. So, just giving it a little bit of life, right? Now I'm going to add my sentiment with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, and I'm just trying to see where it straddles that frame. And, I just want it to, kind of be all one layer there and not, have any dents or dips. So I'm just trying to figure out what works best. There we are. And then I will get that in place. Like I said, using the Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. I kind of like that. So the sentiment is thankful for you, and that is from that same Thankful Acorn freebie stamp set from our last release. So there we go. So kind of cute, right? So I think he's pretty cute. Next, I'm going to add on my leaves, and I'm popping those up also with Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. I won't do anything with the stems, but I will, pop up the actual leaf itself. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing with the yellow leaf here too. And as I said before, this doesn't have to be hard. So with our challenges, you just have to link it up to the blog. You have to use at least one Jaded Blossom product in your entry. And I would love to see what you come up with. And like I said, this is an anything goes challenge. So how easy is that, right? You can do whatever you'd like. Just have one Jaded Blossom product on there. And I'd love to see it. Remember to tag us on Instagram and Facebook, pop into our Garden of Creativity and add your project. We'd love to see it there too. So there we are. I'm going to add my last leaf. It's kind of like a little oak leaf. I'm trying to figure out where that's going to go. I love that plaid for the background. I just love plaid. There we go. So it's kind of neat, eh? So that's it so far. And now I'm going to pull out my Altenew enamel dots in Essential Black and White. And I'm going to add 2 pupils. That's just using a pen blade there to get them off the acetate. There we go. I was told recently that these are hard to get, that they're not around. I don't know if that's a supply issue, COVID kind of supply chain issue, but whatever. So now I'm pulling out my Nuvo Crystal Drops in Simply White, and I'm just tapping 2 little dots on the eyes using my bamboo skewer. And then I'm going to add a few more in Simply White, just sprinkled over the back of the card, just organically, in odd numbers, kind of drawing your eye from the sentiment all the way up to the right-hand upper portion of the card where the leaves are. And, like I said, an easy peasy card. And I love to make inanimate objects into people. That's why I love the glasses from Jaded Blossom. They're just my jam. I just think they're so cute. Isn't that cute? Ugh. So I'm just going to add a couple more. I'm going to add a few of the leaves, just for a little bit of, a little bit of something, something. And then there we go. But of course, I'm not done. I decided my glasses needed some shine, so I'm pulling out my Pico Embellisher in a shimmer. So it's sort of like glossy accents, but not as thick. But it has some, gloss and some shine to it with some shimmer in there, which I quite like. So I'm just going to add that to the glasses. So the Acorn has some shiny glasses. And then I believe we will call it a day at that point. So, fun stuff. This was a fast, super easy card design. And I think we all like those once in a while. We don't want to always create the wheel, right? So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog. Check out the rules. Join in the challenge. We would love to see your stuff. And thank you, as always, for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And hopefully we will see you soon in my next one. Bye, everyone.